What is up, everybody? Brendan TWL back with another video, and today this is actually an episode that we're going back in time, and we're actually going to be watching the footage from back to when Nate came to my house and visited me. So this is actually going back to July 12th of the last year. So in this episode will be me and Nate talking more about his music and questions that I had about his music and stuff like that. There might be a part 2 and maybe even a part 3 to this, so don't expect me to put all the footage in here, because if I do that, the video will be too long. I don't want the video to be too short, but I want it to be good enough to where you guys are going to enjoy it. So this is Brendan TWL, and I will see you in the next episode of Nate the Voice.
Already smell the bloom, a virus is on your tomb. Try not to bat an eye at the elephant in the room. Yeah.
So here is the motor, at least for right
Is
now.
that for your ATV?
Yeah. With the yellow and the red. And then, like, when I say I love your music so much, I love it. Like, I'll spend hours and hours listening to your music.
I appreciate that. We spent a lot of time going through your TikToks and looking at your projects and stuff. So, yeah. What's your favorite song?
By far, out of your tracks?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's two. One is The Oak, your most recent one you released. And then there's Coyote.
Like Coyote, huh? I put my bang.
That's the two songs.
I love Coyote. So on the project Coyote, my favorite song is the song Coyote. Most people's is South of I-10. Most people love South of I-10, but I love Coyote. So I appreciate that you appreciate that song, because I think it's the best project. It's the best song on that project. So.
Yeah, like, to me, South of I-10 is good. It's just that I don't think it hits as hard as Coyote does.
Yeah, like, because what I was talking about, like, then when I said put all my eggs in one basket, I didn't wait out the risk. If I lose it all, at least I'm doing something I believe in.
It's about time I need to get a new controller, because like the second rubber part just fell off yesterday. And now, like, this stick right here is all sticky. It's all like gross and sticky, so it kind of makes me like kind of grossed out about when I play games and all that. Plus, one of them, I think it's the same one. Like, it'll move my character around and I'm not even touching the controller. So
Yeah, you might want to get your new controller.
yeah, I've been having this controller, I think since in November of 2015. I could be wrong. But that was basically the same thing that was going on with my first one, the original that I had for my Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Now, I don't play like any online sessions, and I don't have an update. Like, this thing has not been updated since pretty much like ever. So basically,
You named your 360 Smoochie?
oh, that was a big thing I used. It's kind of embarrassing now, because I used to say it all the time. Like,
Nah, don't feel embarrassed. Don't, I'm not a judgy person. I think it's all. Everybody has their own things that they like, and that's okay. You know.
okay, so yeah, this was a replica I made of my brother's truck, and I'm surprised my
That's
brother.
good. I thought it was a real truck at first. When I first looked at it, I was like, dang, you took a picture from your roof?
No.
Then I was like, wait, that's a giant keyboard right there. It's like, oh wait, that's a replica.
So I even replicated the little whatever this thing is, like on the bed of his truck.
That's for when he probably loads up a four-wheeler, so he doesn't hit his, or if he has tools back there, a toolbox or something, he can strap to it, or it doesn't damage his window.
Yeah. So this was my driveway. So yeah, you could definitely tell I drive this thing
Yeah, I
a
see
lot.
that. I see that. Then we're gonna go take a spin on it?
In a while, yeah.
Okay.
Now,
You need to ask me them questions. What questions you had? You have more questions?
oh yeah, sure. Okay, like, whenever you were saying that you were planning on releasing The Oak,
Yeah.
before it was released, when I started thinking about this.
Yeah.
Like, please, can you make an opportunity for me to be at least singing part of one of your future tracks?
You want to sing in one of my songs?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do something. Absolutely. You want to like sing something I wrote, or you want to like come
I
up
mean,
with
just
something?
like kind of like what you and your brother did for The Harvest. Like he sung part
Yeah.
of it and then you sung part of it. That's kind of what I want to do. Because I know that whenever I sing, it may seem like I just nail it, like without messing up once. I mess up like at certain points. I always
Yeah, we can figure something.
like,
I mean, I like here's the thing. You're talking about like a feature. Features are like, I don't know, like if you were actually making music, or you were rapping, you were singing, do whatever, I could feature you on a song. But what I'm thinking my vision would be is more like a skit type thing, where like I had you like record something and then I throw it in there as like a skit. For example, one of my songs is on, you know, the unreleased 16 Years Old, that's on SoundCloud. That's an old recording of a song that I did that never got released. It was just like us, how we sitting right here. I just put on a beat and I was just rapping just like this, and I used it as like a skit.
wait,
almost.
wasn't it already released?
Oh, it's well, no. Do you have your phone and you can get the SoundCloud?
Yeah.
Go to SoundCloud real quick. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. So, and because I think what it is, I think our relationship would be more suited for like me and you together hanging out. We do like a skit and then I put it on a project as like a show of appreciation.
So like
You know
how?
what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like so, how do you make your voice effects like different? Like how do you make
The
it?
producer does all of that. My engineer does all of that.
Mm.
I have somebody, when I send my track to them, they put it together in the way they think it sounds best. They send it back to me. If I don't like something, I can make adjustments.
Mm.
But yeah, go to SoundCloud. I'll show you the song.
There was two songs that I found. It looks like you released two different tracks with basically the same title. I wanted to ask you
Chief
about
and
that.
Chief 2. If you noticed in the song Chief, it's got one eye. In the song Chief 2, it's two eyes to represent the Roman numerals. Chief 2. Like, I did it in one word. Instead of putting Chief and then 2, like the Roman numerals, it was the second version of Chief. So, yeah.
I mean, like,
Let me show you what I'm talking about.
yeah, like this one right
Yeah,
here.
that's Chief with two eyes, which represents the Roman numerals 2. So, you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
So,
Because like you know where they use letters and
yeah, exactly.
you know,
So
for
you got
numbers.
Chief right here. This was the first one that I did back in like 2015.
Oh, you did that in 2015.
Yeah,
You've
and
been
then this
doing
one was
music
like
for
in
a while.
2018. So it's the second version of this song. It's two different beats. It's just that I was making Native American references throughout both of these songs.
But like when I listen to both of them,
Mm-hmm.
it just seems like completely different.
Yeah, they're completely different songs. Yeah. Let me see if I can find that. I don't know.
That's on a playlist.
Oh, okay. Can I just like search? There you
Yeah,
go.
sure.
Let's see here. I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm talking about. Okay, so on The Words at Hand, this is my second project. And if I'm being honest, it flopped. Like it didn't do very good. See
Okay.
that? Unreleased 16 Years Old? That's like just a setting how me and you are.
Verizon knows how to build
Oh,
unlimited
internet.
rights.
That's great.
You start with America's most awarded
So
network.
it's in a setting like this where it's just almost like a skit. Like my buddy was like, "Hey, rap that song that you did," and then somebody happened to record it, and we just threw it on a project.
What you need, Verizon Unlimited
There was no
plans.
microphone, no nothing
They can stay on for the
involved.
rest of
It was just like on a phone recorded, and we just took the audio. So that's the vision I would have for putting you on a song. Something similar to this, like me and you sitting together, like hanging out, and like you grab something, and I throw like a little 10-second dude talking and stuff.
I mean, I'm not good with coming up with my own lyrics. You are. I don't think I heard this before. This is probably my first time.
Goes down, look down at you from the solar. I'm a hip hop holder, and you thinking that you colder. Reality of it, let it hit you like I was like 18 years old. No, 16 years old. Oh,
So I got a question about this.
this was over 10 years ago. I recorded it.
Where was this when you took that picture?
This was at Lafayette Park.
Nothing apart.
Brooke took that picture on her iPhone. That's Lafayette Park. That's
The words at
Seagull.
hand.
Yeah,
Is that like is that the name of the album or is
that's
that
the name of the project. Yeah, the words at hand. Yeah. So you know how people say like, you know, you can do something with the tools at hand. Like you did something with the tools at hand, right? That's like a saying. Well, I said the words at hand, like the words on my tools to get the point across. And this was basically like a big middle finger to society, like this whole project. Basically, like dear society, thanks a lot for not inviting me. You know, like I feel like I'm kind of an outcast.
like that's probably the best one in the album
I think so too.
to me. Like,
I think so too.
Chief was pretty good. It's just that the second part, the second half.
At the tabernacle, taking a bite out of Adam's apple, right
Like
there
the
in front
kinda-
of the pastor. Yeah.
Yeah, like the beat kind of slowed down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why did it slow down?
It slowed down because I wanted it to slow down. It sounded darker. It sounded more like, I don't know, I like the darker sound because of what I was talking about. And I was rapping so fast, I would have never been able to rap that fast over the beat the way it was. Like, I'll show you. Like, let's say I was to rap over the beat moving fast like this. Right? Let's see. Right. Oh,
You
okay.
can probably see why I don't like my phone. Because I really get frustrated about it whenever the thing does.
See that picture? So I was like, at the tabernacle, taking a bite of the Adam's apple right there in front of the pastor, not caring what happens after. Like, there's no way I could keep up with that
Yeah.
beat. So I slowed it down. It sounded darker, and I came in with, at the tabernacle, taking a bite out of Adam's apple right there in front of the pastor, not caring what happens after. God's looking down at me laughing. He knows the real sinister in the room is the pastor. Yeah. So, yeah.
It just feels so good to talk to someone who is a rapper that lives in the same state.
Right. Right.
And
That's what I do. I try to make sure I represent the people from here because at the end of the day, I grew up in the same environment as all of you guys. I grew up down the bayou just like you did. I grew up in Des Allemands, which is right off of Bayou, Bayou Des Allemands. And I mean, I grew up fishing, hunting. I grew up doing outdoor activities because that's what we have. We don't have big malls to go hang out in. We don't have clubs to go to. We hang out outside. We do activities. We build things. You know, that's just our culture down here. And so, yeah, that's what I like. That's what I like to talk about in my music, and I like to speak for those people. So.
oh right, I tried to come up with my own lyrics in a live stream, another live stream I did.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
I think I still have it. It must be in the room. Let me go get it.
Okay.
Now, this is like pretty often, like what happens very often here for like, I lose track
Yeah.
a lot.
You're no different than me then.
So like,
Because I forget, I'm just putting your phone down, I guess right here.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
This
Tell
is
me
the
what you got.
binder that I took my, the paper that I drew your first fan art and your second.
Okay.
This is an OG binder. This goes back to 2012.
Nice.
And you can see there's tape on it holding it together
Hmm.
so it doesn't fall apart.
There's all kinds of junk in here.
So you wrote some lyrics?
I did.
Yeah.
I was upset for 2 months.
Yeah.
I cried about it for 2 months.
It's understandable. Losing a dog is tough.
And my dad actually, whenever he was coming to tell me, I
I was definitely not expecting that to happen. But this was not too long ago before we had to give it to get my dog to my aunt's so-called girlfriend is what she calls.
Guys,
I don't remember why it was a friend of my aunt's. I guess because they used to work together. But this is like, I believe that like one of these papers here is like the paper that I drew your first thing on.
guys,
So that's
still
why-
hanging up in the studio.
Huh?
Still hanging up in the studio.
Oh, I forgot to ask you to bring it so I can make a copy.
Oh, shucks. Maybe that'd give me an excuse to come back one day, huh?
Yeah, I got all kind. In fact, that yellow sheet of paper, just like these,
Yeah.
it just took one sheet of paper to make your airplane.
Really?
I too thought I was gonna need more than that.
Hmm.
And so, since I only had one, I knew I had to limit the amount of paper I was going to use.
Right.
I was going to press the record, and I
Tell me
was
what
like,
you got.
yeah. So, I don't know why I have this, but I guess it's a good thing.
Louisiana?
So, no show, man.
Of course there ain't no Chauvin. That's all parishes. There's no Chauvin in Paris, right?
You know,
You see, you could put Chauvin. Look. Put Chauvin.
I mean, I kind of know what it is, so I'm not going to write it down.
You see this little land piece right here?
Yeah?
A little bitty tiny piece? Our old hunting lease used to be there. It was almost that whole thing you're looking at. We used to have a giant duck lease where we went down there and shot ducks.
I've seen some of your videos to where like you would talk to like fans and regulars and possibly some new people that come like they watch Louisiana. Like new people, they check out your channel and like, okay, this is Louisiana.
Yeah, they love Louisiana on TikTok. I
And-
learned that.
And like ever since I've been talking about Louisiana, a lot of Louisiana users started popping up all of a sudden.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
the
know.
algorithm doing that. The TikTok's algorithm does that. It actually put people in front, put your stuff in front of people that are from Louisiana. So it's putting people in front of you that it thinks you want to see based on what you've already looked at.
Okay, this took. I'm sorry, this is taking like way too long. Oh gosh, this is going terrifying. Yeah, I think this was one of the other times I tried to draw a drawing, and now I probably did say this before, but when I drew you as human form of you in your first fan art,
Yeah.
that's the best I've ever drawn human
You look
being.
good.
Best ever I've
Look
done
good.
so far.
I can tell you took your time on it and you did your best.
Yeah, like, and whenever I was watching that live stream, I tried to like I was looking back at the stream, like watching you, trying to make it look like you.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You did
and
good.
then this one I cheated. Instead of actually copying it, like drawing it while looking at it, I copied it just by
You traced it?
yeah.
That's cool. I mean, people trace all the time.
Yeah, I kind of cheated. Here's the original. Oh, good here.
Nice. Keep it.
You sure?
Yeah, keep it, man. Keep it. That's a legendary project right there, I think.
So, like, are you still gonna make more music for this one, or is it done?
The Coyote's done.
Yeah.
So I had
Wait, these are the same shoes. Those are the same shoes that you were wearing in that live stream. I think
yeah.
the one we're opening my fan.
I wear these things as big.
So,
I love them.
like, okay, I don't know where it's at now. It just grew legs.
What, your lyrics?
Yeah, my lyrics, apparently it grew legs, and just now I can't find it.
That's okay. Find them.
I often say that a lot, and I still crack up laughing about my
It ain't a good joke if you don't laugh at it.
Yeah. So here's the. If you wanted this, you can have it. It's kind of faded because I use regular paper, but you can have that.
Is this from one of those shows you watch? Or is this
No,
just
this
art?
is like an artist. That's an artist that does that. Not by me. But unfortunately, some of the art he made is, yeah, I don't recommend checking that artist out.
Why?
He drew some very bad art, like some. If
I
you know
got
what
it.
I mean, like bad,
It's
like
just bad.
disgusting.
I know. Yeah. Okay. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
I don't need to know nothing more.
Yeah, because like I really liked the art style that he was going with until I found out like he was making stuff that was adultish. I hate whenever that happens. Like you like someone so much for their art and then you find out how they really are, and it's like they got some twisted minds,
Yeah. Well, for me, I know that what you see, what you get.
Yeah.
I am who I am.
Here's a story. Christmas at home. Oh yeah, and now I think I know my lyrics now.
There you go.
Because I think I put it over here.
Oh, look, I see my picture up at the top. Top left.
What?
My picture. The one that I got from you, the copy I got
Oh
from
yeah,
you.
that one.
Love it.
Yeah, that's the original.
I was so mad when I seen somebody say something bad about your art. I was so mad.
Wait, somebody said something.
Remember somebody commented on your TikTok and it was like, it's kind of tacky or whatever?
Oh, I wasn't really offended.
No, of course not, but it made me mad. I was like, dude, what, you ain't got nothing better else to do. And I didn't think it was tacky at all. I thought it was good.
I mean, to me, my dad told me to like make the lines darker in your art.
Yeah.
To me, I didn't want to. I didn't want to do that, but he made me do it anyway.
Well, you don't have to do it, right?
So this is based off a dream I had. It was one of those
Those are the
amazing
lyrics?
dreams. No, this is not
Oh.
lyrics. This is a dream. Apparently, I had at the time, I was 12, 15, 17. I was still kind of going through that hard time with my tablet when I was making this. But now, if you don't know, my dreams do not make sense at all. Like, I even made a TikTok showing a giant comment explaining one of the other dreams. Like, it was kind of an adventure that I had. Apparently, okay, so in my living room / kitchen, like in real life, in the dream,
Yeah.
there was some kind of fishing guy with a German Shepherd, and he had some kind of I think either a green or red ice chest he was sitting on, and then he reaches into the floor and he pulls out a fish.
In the floor?
Yeah, and then you can, in like the part where he pulled out the fish, like the floor part around it where he picked out the fish was kind of faded, so you can kind of see the water, if you know what I mean, like the bayou water. So yeah, that's what I mean. My dreams don't make sense.
Yeah.
So then,
Well, dreams aren't supposed to make sense.
yeah.
They're supposed to be random. Love it.
But like as you're, going through that dream, you don't know it.
Right.
But do you ever have any dreams where you feel like you can control your actions?
Yeah, that's called a lucid dream. That's what that's actually called. Lucid dream. And that's like where you're still sleeping, but not really.
And there, a lot of times now, like I'm real jumpy. I never used to be so jumpy before. Now it's like all of a sudden, I'm really jumpy. Especially when I know my parents are coming down the hallway to go to the bathroom. Like, when they pass by, it startles me. I don't know what it is. Maybe it has to do something with my anxiety,
Probably.
or
Why do you
depression.
think you
I
have
don't
such
know.
high anxiety? What do you think it's about? What do you think your anxiety is? Is it just like angst? Like you feel like
It's like it's like, okay, even though that everyone so far I've met was pretty much like nice to me, I get real anxious sometimes of what I think people are saying behind me. Because, you know, I asked a guy that I talk to often at the park when I see him, he brought my spirits back up, but yeah, it didn't last too long before I went back into depression and anxiety. Like,
Yeah.
so I had to talk to him because I knew if I didn't talk to anybody, it would just either be the same or get worse. So I talked to him and I asked him a few questions. I know one of them was, do you have anybody that talks behind you or that you know that talks behind you or used to? And
If I do, I don't.
yeah, like I was asking him a question.
I thought you were asking me.
Yeah, I was basically asking him a question.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of like the thing between us. Like we just lose track. Like you thought I was talking to you,
Yeah.
and I was talking about the guy that
Yeah.
I was asking questions about, you know.
Yeah.
So
And see, what I would say to that is like, I wouldn't worry about it. You know, people talk, people say things, people have opinions. It's okay, you know.
and then what I told when he asked me, okay, so have you met anybody that has been mean to you so far? And I was like, no. And he also asked, well, have you had any feeling like they've been kind of treating you mean or differently, or you know? And I said no. And he asked me one last question, was do you like does anybody like yell at you or hit you or anything? And I was like, no. So then he told me, that's you telling yourself that. It's not them. It's you telling yourself that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was basically going through a state of depression.
Yeah.
And it brought my spirits back up. It definitely did.
Do you find that you have any like paranoia, like
What do you mean?
paranoid thoughts? Like, do you get paranoid about people around you, things like that?
What do you mean?
Just like you worry about, like, is it like an everyday thing, or you just like worry about, you know?
I mean, it's not really an everyday thing. It does happen from time to time, but it hasn't happened lately since
I think what you should focus on is the fact that most people are good. Most people are good. Not everyone, but most people are good. Most people, they want to do good. They want to be nice. You know?
Plus, now that I've kind of gotten to know the guy a little bit more, he's kind of creepy.
Creepy.
Like, he'll make nasty jokes that makes me uncomfortable. Now, I oftentimes laugh at your jokes.
See me, I
And-
love dark humor. Like, I love, like, jokes that shouldn't be jokes.
Yeah.
To me, they're
And my
just so
parents,
funny.
my parents are like, you need to stop that. Okay, you need to stop. You gotta stop that.
Talking about telling him he needs to stop, or you?
No, like, I'm talking about my parents. That's what my parents tell me.
Oh.
Because I showed them a dirty joke and it's like, that's gross. Stop watching that. And I'm like, it's a TikTok.
I love humor like that shouldn't be funny.
Yeah, I'm kind of like the same way. But him, he makes it like it's a real thing.
Well, it's not really a joke.
Yeah, he makes it like the real thing. It's
Yeah.
kind of creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's problematic. Yeah, don't hang out with creepy people. If you find
Yeah.
somebody's creepy, just stay away.
Yeah.
Because creepy people are dangerous people. So
So yeah, I can't find the lyrics. I'm gonna wear one.
that's okay. What else you got?
So this here is my version of the time machine. I think I was telling you.
Yeah, you did. It's a time machine, like a Back to the Future type.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Just like that one.
Yeah.
Based off the same year.
Gotcha.
So I was kind of tired of having all kinds of small computer parts inside one of those small drawers because it was hard to open the drawer with all
Right.
kinds of stuff. So I just grab random things and just start throwing away. And then I had this made for the back of the truck.
This.
No, this.
The whole canopy is like. What?
I made that whole back part right there for the truck.
I love.
Now,
I
at the
love the amount
time,
of time you spend on this stuff. Like. That's so.
now at the time it was optional. You could take it off and put it back on, but I needed more room to work with because this roof right here didn't give me much room, and I couldn't put anything on the windows because windows. They windows, even 80 miles per hour. So
That's how fast it goes.
yeah. I actually have another truck, pretty much the same like this one, like the whole cab and the front.
So what's up? What's up with the 88 miles an hour? How did you come up with that?
I just basically just heard a lot from Back to the Future. Like the DeLorean has to go 80 miles per hour to time travel.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what I was wondering. I didn't know that, so that's new to me. Awesome.
So like a few months ago, I watched the Back to the Future movie, one of them, for the first time. No, this one is you can bring it up in a 10 for the lightning to strike.
Yeah, that way that's how it operates. Huh?
Yeah,
You gotta have like.
it was originally going to be this one, but yeah,
Yeah.
then things kind of changed. I don't know why I put this on here. I guess for decoration. It's okay.
What else you got? What other projects you got going on right now?
That's not-
what you
that's
about
not
to?
everything.
What you? Oh, that's not everything. Nice.
3 different settings. Okay, sometimes you gotta press it more. You should see this in the dark.
Like, it's just amazing that how much time this must take.
And you know where I found this at with the blinking lights?
Huh.
At the park on the walking track.
It was just laying there.
It was just laying around. It was just laying around. I'm like, well, yeah, I found something, and I was like, does it work? So I just tried to find a little
when I sit
button.
like that. Why do my legs go to sleep when I sit like that?
I don't know.
Your legs don't go to sleep when you sit?
I think they do,
My
but
legs go to sleep.
like not right now. Not right now. So, did you read this?
No, I didn't read it. You want me to read it? I'll read it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll read it out loud, but they do it to myself.
up to you. You could read out loud.
I'll just read it to myself.
I mean, this is something I never thought would ever happen. Meeting you in person was something I never expected.
Well, I'm here. With a banana skin.
Wait, what?
That's what you put, a banana skin. Cut forward with the banana skin.
Wait, let's see. I haven't read this thing in like a long time. So, where'd you see that banana skin from? Banana skin. What?
Hey, I'm reading it.
So yeah, these drawings I actually did. This one's actually pretty good. I'm impressed with
Yeah,
this
I'm
one.
impressed with it too. My legs.
You gotta say, time to wake up. Time to wake up,
I'm
James.
gonna make a leg. I'm on this. Wait, no.
But I was basically, I think I remember there still. My dog, his name was Charlie. His favorite show was Jurassic Park and iCarly. I don't know, maybe you can come up with something better?
My daughter's name was Charlie. Favorite show was Jurassic Park and iCarly. Garage sale. Ended with a garage sale.
And like, yeah, it still has not continued yet.
My brother actually used to write down all of his dreams. He actually made he won a see, in school we used to have these like literature competitions, like where we tell a story. My brother actually won a competition writing one of his dreams that he had.